Greetings, fellow privateers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky Outlaw. Episode 17, Swabbie Smuggler. Alright, here's the lovely biodome. I'm not sure how I want to wire this up. Probably wire it, well... Oh, where'd my wires even go? That's weird. Game's like deleting things that I put in. I know, I know. Yeah, the processing takes a while. I could, what is going on here? Power? Yeah, I don't fully understand why this teleporter just like, nah, I'm not turning it on. It might want me to put a battery in, but it's just weird that it would have to. But fine. I might need to log out and log in or something, because everything is behaving wrong. So I'll do that real quick. Apparently, I can't make power for some unknown reason. As you may have noticed. The galactic authorities are onto me, and they're electromagnetic pulsing my base or something. We're under attack. Well, that didn't seem to help. I will break it down, and I will rebuild it. I don't know. The game's like, no power for you. Like, but I want some, man. Yeah, I'm really at a loss as to why a biofuel reactor that is outputting 50... Oh, because I'm using more than I'm outputting. Okay. I didn't realize that. I get it now. Where is... I need one more metal plate, and then I can fix this. Basically, I should have just looked at the meter. Easy to rectify. Alright, there we go. Now we're actually producing power. Because generally speaking, you don't... what ended up happening is the biodome that I added in ended up as a high-power sink. And all of a sudden I was not able to power it up. But that's been fixed. Okay. Let's get some plants planted, I guess. So where did I put my frost wort? Is that in the ship? No, must be in the freighter. Nope, I think it's in the storage. Or something. No, there's some in the... They're in the ship. I just overlooked them. I don't know how to plant frostwort, though. I actually don't have the science for that yet. So I'm going to have to head over to the Nexus and unlock that first. I just occurred to me. There's also nipnip that I would like to start planting as well, because I want to be a smuggler doing like nipnip growing. I thought I had nipnip because I got it as a quest reward, but maybe I sold it already. But yeah, we'll start with frostwort because I know that my base is largely made out of glass, so frostwort's going to be useful to be able to expand the base initially, and then if I ever want to change what I'm growing, I can always pull up the frostwort and replace it with nipnip. So if I recall, I have 2 tech on me somewhere. I was pretty sure. You know, it could be in freighter storage. Let me land again. Yeah, I left it in storage. Freighter storage container. Give that to me. And I'll also take the frostwort while I'm here. There we go. There's a lot of traffic up in space now. I've got a freighter, I've got my fleet, I've got the Nexus, or the anomaly, and then also the Outlaw hub. Glad I'm out the air traffic controller for this sector. Can someone teach you how to make a low orbit base? Build on your freighter. Otherwise, there's no well, unless you mean like building a massive tower, but that requires like game exploits that I won't be teaching, because I don't think the developers want the game exploited in that way, as it makes for a very unstable experience. I came here for frostwort, right? Yeah. Oh, 3! Okay, I'm bad at math. I'm gonna go have to get some. Yeah, also a fair point. Trying to explain it to you verbally through text would require like a small essay. You're very much, for those types of requirements, you're very much best off just seeking out YouTube videos. There's some things that I can show within the scope of this stream, if it pertains to what I'm currently working on, but if it's way outside of the scope of what I'm currently working on, there's just no way for me to show it without stopping what I'm doing completely. And the priorities that I work on are determined by popular vote, and it wouldn't be so popular for me to just, for like one comment, for instance, to hijack everything that I'm currently working on. Doesn't make much sense. No, let's power them down again. I don't really need them shooting at me. All right, looking for just a little research module, and then we'll be growing frostwort. So after I get the frostwort growing, what should I work on next? will be up to you. Wow, there we go. Finally. I was gonna say, there's like no salvage tech around me. I'm in like a cursed neck of the woods. Well, that's a pretty cave. Before I leave, I just want to see if this thing has an echolocator. Nope, inverted mirror. Don't care. You know what? I'm gonna kill you anyway, though. Because it's funny. Bye. You know you're a space pirate when you shoot for fun. And then subsequently throw the mirror out into space. One thing I haven't checked is if Ares and Troop want to talk to me. They ought to do that. And it looks like you guys want me to invest a little bit in Exosuit. Cool. There's a few ways of going about that. There's the blueprints that I already have, or upgrade modules that I need to buy. Maybe a bit of both. Alright. 95 nanites. Nothing to care too much about. What about you? 745 nanites, that's a little bit better. And you wanted like a living pearl? Yeah, here you go. I happen to have one on me. Thanks for the 8 nanites that you awarded me for 1 living pearl. Got pretty screwed there in that exchange ratio. I now know Frostworts. Perfect. And I have 2 salvage data left over. Is there anything that I could buy that would matter? Large window. Climb ladder? Definitely climb ladder if I want multi-layer bases. And I'm inclined to like just spend this anyway, even though saving it up would make sense. I'll get a wall switch. Don't think I'm going to be using a wall switch, but you never know. Alright, so I should have everything I need to be able to start Frostwort Farm. That way I can start getting the resources I need for glass without having to go out for it, just to periodically harvest from my own base. A little dioxide and some frost crystals. And now we have a few plants to be able to harvest, and with this biodome you just harvest by hitting that middle button, so it's kind of nice because it gets all of what's here in one click. Alright, you guys wanted me to upgrade Exosuit, so I am going to work on getting Exosuit stuff. I think probably jetpack is going to be the important bit to do. Before I start working on the exosuit, I'm just going to add in, I don't even care what this is, I'm just going to add in a storage container so that I can ditch things that aren't necessarily relevant to what I'm working on to free up space. Alright, cool. Give me my dock set back, though. Starship, yeah. I care a little bit less about the starship being clogged, to be honest. Because I generally don't rely upon its inventory space all that often. Alright, thinking about exosuit. So, there are some things that I can just install that are known. Like, it'd be pretty good to get a Refiner Mark II at some point. But that's the only tech that I currently know. So let's go on back to the anomaly to see what I can unlock with... to see what I can unlock with nanites. And then I'll unlock everything that I think is going to be nice to have. And then I'll go smuggling to buy black market upgrades. Because as an outlaw, I plan on only having my upgrades either be black market or stolen off of kills and things. And not bought at regular hubs. Which is hard mode. The black market can be better than the regular hub modules, but generally they're not. Generally they're a downgrade. So, hence is the challenge. And my multi-tool's just about maxed out too. There's not really space to put much in it at this point. I would need to either expand upon it or get a better one. That's kind of the thing, is like, yeah, for ship and multi-tool, you kind of have to make the choice of whether or not you're going to upgrade like a C to a B to an A to an S, or just to wait to find a better one. Because you don't want to be expanding the slots of like multi-tools and ships if you're not planning on keeping them, because the expansion slots for multi-tools and ships are hard to come by, and you don't want to just be burning them, if you don't plan on using it. So if you're wondering about the glass recipe, because I did see you mention that, this is the glass recipe from Frost Crystals, so I'll get that with some of my nanites now, because I know I'm going to be using a lot of glass for this base build. So there we go. Have recipe for glass. And now for exosuits. Do I buy drop pod points? No, I hate doing that, personally. Alright. Because I live underwater, oxygen rerouter makes sense to buy. Hey, bud. You don't need a wine. I hate rocket boots. Efficient water jets I already own. Air burst would be nice. And then the translator modules would be nice as well. So I can understand what the hell people are saying to me, because I don't really speak their language. I don't really care for these hazard modules. So I think that's all I want from here. Now the other issue is, like, I have finite space, so I would need to visit new systems to expand my suit capacity. So, what to improve in the suit first? Movement, shields, or utility? Utility would be like personal refiner or oxygen, things like that. Have you guys pick. So I have the blueprints, but can also start buying upgrade modules too. And then while you vote on that, I'm going to head back over to the freighter and just like melt down some of the stuff that I have on me, because the large refiner on the freighter is just a lot faster at doing that. It's also a lot less noisy when your personal refiner is constantly grinding away. It gets pretty noisy. So you guys seem to be voting movement, so I'm going to do the airburst engine here, which allows me to regenerate jetpack charge while falling, which is going to be useful, but it's more useful for the adjacency bonuses that the airburst engine will offer, personally. And then I'll continue to add a few more movement-based exosuit upgrades. And for me to do that, I'm going to have to get more exosuit slots. So let's get some exosuit slots open. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I'm refining stuff because it's so quiet. I'm just going to spend a second to get rid of the rusted metal and silica that I have on me, just for space. Oh, I didn't begin. That usually helps. 2 refiners, better than 1. I usually, for base design, or freighter design I should say, generally speaking, I have the teleporter closest to the sort of command area, I guess I'm going to call it. And then I usually put a scanner next to the teleporter, and all the fleet commands up close as well, because fleet command's something that if you're running fleet missions you need to do often. And then I usually put the refineries next to all the storages. So this is not where it's gonna finally be laid out. I don't even have all the technology to get the parts that I want to add, but just talking about like design ideas, you know, that's generally what I would do. And another thing that's useful to do is once you have multiple storage containers, to actually name them. To have a storage container of like organics and metals and upgrade parts and, you know, whatever, so that you can find them more easily, because right now this is just called, you know, storage container. So I'm going to call it miscellaneous for now because I don't have more than one, but once you get more than one, it's definitely helpful to give them proper names so that you can stay organized a lot better. Okay, so the rest of the rusted metal is already going through. So now I just want to do the silica dust because I have finite space in my suit. And another nice thing is when you have the matter beam unlocked for the freighter, you can interact with all of its storages automatically. So like even on a planet, I can put things away in the storage containers and pull them out from the storage containers, which is just really convenient. And the storage containers also stack higher too. The split stacks, so these things is when a recipe calls for multiple reagents. If I put silica dust in here, it's not a valid recipe anymore. This is just when you need multiple reagents into a recipe. So the large refiners allow you to do like alloys and things like that, but not, it doesn't make it go faster. All right, let's get rid of that. And then as soon as I can get rid... Well, alright. I only have 47 silica dust left over, so that's good enough. Because that will recharge my terrain manipulator. That away. Okay, we're good to go. And now my own personal inventory is very, very empty. So I'm just going to be hopping around to get black market upgrades for my Exosuit and also hub slots. I should have gone to the teleporter. Because I'm already in an Outlaw station, so I'll start with the station I'm on. Oh, wait, current system? Yeah, okay. It's gonna be like, I shouldn't be barred. I'm in an Outlaw station. So it's just a way to make my life a little bit harder. One of the restrictions I have for this series is that I'll only be using black market parts and not legitimate parts. So I'll have to be buying these aftermarket stuff as upgrades. And they're very, very random as to how good they are. They're not selling anything I want. You can also buy smuggling parts. Oh, so if I wanted nipnip buds to eventually grow them, I'll start to buy them here. That makes sense. You can buy arms and tech from them, but I am not that wealthy, so I'm not going to be buying those and breaking those down because I don't have an abundance of cash. I could get cash, but that's a slightly different priority. So instead, I'm going to be hopping from Outlaw Station to Outlaw Station looking for black market upgrade modules to buy. Do you have nipnip? You have frost crystals? I will buy that. It's also possible to be looking around for Vesper-sailed ships. Not necessarily to buy the ship itself, but also to potentially hire them into my squadron. I'm going to want a squadron of pirates. I don't think actually pirates can be added to a squad, though. I can just check by asking any of them. Yeah. I can only buy their starship. I can't actually add them to a squad. So if I want to do that, I'm going to need to find Vesper-sailed ships elsewhere. Yeah, none of the aftermarket upgrades here. Well, the Infraknife, yeah, you know, I'll buy it. Because I do use an Infraknife. So let's see if it's any good. Cross your fingers for me. This one is pretty bad. 1% damage, 14% fire rate, and 5% heat. It could be worse, but that's pretty terrible. So this was also an Outlaw. So I'm just going to be jumping from Outlaw system to Outlaw system to expand my suit on their Outlaw hubs and anomalies, and then buying any black market upgrades that I can find. And I'll spend a little bit of time doing this. Oh, pirate capital ship detected. Dreadnought attacking a civilian fleet. Good. That's how I want it. I hope the civilian ship blows up. You have my full endorsement to blow that civilian ship up as much as you want. Don't be shooting me, though. I'm not against you. I don't like getting the drop pod locations, because as long as you have fuel for your ship, it's just 100 times faster to go to hubs and anomalies. It's so much faster. Alright, so I bought 3 aftermarket movement. And 2 aftermarket shield. Hull splitter, starship shields, I'll buy that as well. And now I'm out of nanites, so I am going to have to get some more nanites somehow. But yeah, this location was fruitful. I don't have space to install this stuff, so let's expand my suit. So yeah, the reason, yeah, I hate the pod locations is like, it's just a lot faster to do this, where you buy it on a station, and then you just summon the anomaly, buy it on the hub, warp to new system, and get 2 more. The time it takes you to, like, find 1 pod location through grinding out nav maps and then going to the pod location and getting it, you could have maybe gotten 10 by just system hopping. And because I'm in a Sentinel ship that only takes Radiant shards to refuel its Crimson Core, the cost of system hopping is basically 0. So, because I can get like 1,000 Radiant shards an hour, you know, they're not expensive. So in terms of efficiency, doing the suit pod 1 at a time is just dreadfully slow, which is why I never do it. I've done it once this stream, and that's enough for me. Oh, yeah, I'm going the right way. And this is a charged slot, which is nice. All right, let's see if any of these black markets are good. So this one is Core 33, Shield 22. That's pretty good. I'll actually put that in the supercharged slot and move my other shield next to it for adjacencies. The other shield is Core 33, Shield... Oh, it's even better. Wow. So now I actually have proper shields on my Exosuit, which is awesome. What about movement? That's not great. I'll uninstall my language for now. Let's try another movement. That's a little bit better. As you can see, they're not great though. And the last movement. That's a little better than the other 2. I'm gonna uninstall this and see if this black market shield... Oh, this is for spaceship shields. Okay. 35 shield. Oh, that's really nice. That is way more than the other shields that I have. Sweet. So the black market stuff worked out pretty well. I am, however, out on nanites, so I need a new priority. But I have added a whole bunch of movement. Granted, they're not in, like, meta spots, because they don't have adjacency, so I can try to fix that a bit. Ideally, I would have them down here, but there's just no room. Oh, and then also, while I'm here, it would make sense to buy some more nipnip, so I can start nipnip farming as well. But I need to go back to the station. Yeah, the difference of my personal shields and my jetpack is going to be very noticeable. Like, even though those weren't, like, necessarily meta upgrades, the ship shields was very, very good, though. This one is quite strong. So I'm excited about that. Who's got my nip-nip? I could also be looking at weapon terminals, because if I end up finding like an S tier multi-tool, I can always just remember the system and come back to buy it. I don't have any tainted metal for the scrap dealer. And I don't think I have any more nanites to be able to afford this stuff. No, not really. Ooh, that's a best per ship. mighty pirate. That's his name. There we go. Bought the nippy nips. Take a look at the ship, though. B tier? So this is why the Vesper sails are so good. The Vesper sail itself is a unique part to Vesper ships, and they give you a huge pulse drive fuel efficiency bonus, where the pulse drive will automatically recharge, which is nice, but the thing that outclasses other ships is the maneuverability bonus. That 11% maneuverability bonus and 15% boost bonus. The Vesper ships will always be like that 11 and 15% better than any other possible ship that you can compare it with. Which is why it's meta. This is a C-class. But if you have nipnip, I'll buy it. And you do. Sweet. Alright, so I'm going to spend a second to hop back to my base and grow this nipnip. Might as well. And then it looks like I'm going to be doing maybe some pirate quests and smuggling. So that should be cool. Because I really haven't done a lot of that. So finally cut my teeth on smuggling and pirate quests should be a lot of fun. Especially now that I've actually gone to 2 pirate outposts at once. The more pirate outposts you have in your, let's call it your Rolodex, and your like systems that are known, the easier it is to do smuggling and piracy quests. All right, where's the poop? In my starship? Yes. Hey Faz, thank you for the bits. Okay. Oh, nip, here we go. The hitbox for the first one is a little annoying. I don't like to plant it like in the doorway because of clipping issues. So now I'm officially planting illicit, come on, illicit plants in my little underwater base. And quite a lot of them because I actually bought a lot of nip. So nip is the only thing that you can grow that is illegal. It's space weed. It's basically catnip for gecks. Gecks are like addicted to it. Or it's really catnip for gecks. I mean, that's honestly the best way to explain it. So, yep. That's what's going on with that. Alright. I'm adding just some extra batteries so that it fuels up. Alright, we are going to be smuggling and doing pirate quests. Awesome. So we're going to spend the rest of the stream doing that. I don't know if my ship is up to all of the possible pirate quests, but we will see. So let's go pick up some things to smuggle and quests to do. Finally, the life of a pirate for me. I'll even celebrate with red lights. I'll match the outpost here, like I belong. So first stop, quests. Yeah, nip sells pretty well. I wouldn't say it's like meta, but because I'm role-playing in this series, it doesn't matter if it sells well. All that I'm concerned about is that it is illegal. So we can raid a capital ship, a whole bunch of them, seize goods from traders, and deliver illegal cargo. How about all of it? I like all of it. Yeah, RP is stronger than meta, exactly. Oh, right, I one bounty at a time. So, raiding capital ship for storm crystals, that will be a lot of money in the storm crystals. And then I can invest that money into smuggling. So here is the smuggling. I'm gonna buy the suspicious packages, arms, and tech. And what you could do with these packages is either you can sell them in non-pirate systems, or you can break them down for nanites. And because I need nanites, I'm going to break them down for nanites. So breaking these down for nanites will give me random tech And I can also use this tech if I find it useful. Like the infraknife tech I'll probably end up installing. And maybe the star shield tech as well. And then the goods is going to be just like smuggled goods. Ooh, I'm running out of room. Very nice cobalt. Oh, okay. So let's see. Of this stuff, what do I want? Life support. I don't have space for it. I'm gonna get rid of my rebreather. That sucks. That's a really bad aftermarket. Oh well. Infraknife. Please be good. It sucks. Well, now fire rate 9% is not terrible, but it's pretty bad. Starship shield. 37? Oh, that's really, really good. All right, bye-bye. 12%. So now my shield strength is actually pretty strong. 37, 35, 16, 7. This 7 is not an upgrade module, it's just ablative armor. It doesn't count against the total. Don't care about the scanner. So I don't think any of these other things I really care about or have space for, one or the other. So this can be sold and smuggled, and then let's go do that mission. And then all these goods can be sold and smuggled too. It wouldn't hurt to have a wingman. Although I'm not really sure about having Gek wingman. Let's look. This is a C-class. My ship. Okay. I'm gonna jump to one more pirate system before I embark on that quest. For some more smuggled goods. So, the fastest way, I think, to make nanites in the game is to go to Outlaw Systems, buy their smuggled arms and tech, and then sell them. I can't think of a faster way, especially if you know of multiple pirate systems. You'll make so many nanites. It's not necessarily particularly interesting, but it is very profitable. So we'll see how many nanites I make off of this. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky Outlaw, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow outlaws,